Gate locked. Don't switch the engine off.
Observe, if you will, the man in the orange top, desperately trying to clamber out of this Volkswagen Golf because the door won't open. Well done.
Oh gosh, that did hurt my back.
Now we have the whole thing in reverse, where he tries to clamber through, pretending to himself that he's a fit and healthy and flexible chap, but clearly he's struggling.
Be a lot easier in a Dodge Charger.
The sound that you didn't hear there, because the microphone probably would not have picked up, was the kind of uncomfortable and relentless creaking and aching of my back, but then a nasty little crack as well. And that's because of getting out of this car. Of all the cars in my possession at the moment, this has now become the most difficult one to get in and out of because of this. It has managed to deadlock itself, so if I pull it from the inside, it pulls up the pin, but as soon as I let go... Oh, hang on. Oh gosh. Right, that's the first time that's happened. I've been struggling to get inside this for ages now, but obviously all the rest of the doors are still locked. There we go. No unlocky locky. It just wants to stop just there. There's something disallowing it to do its job. Anyway, never mind all that cack. I'm expecting two visitors here today. One being Tom Turbo, who's coming to take this engine, which will give me more space. And the second being Carl. Fix It Carl. Car Parts March Carl. That one. And that's why I brought along the Golf, because there is a little boost issue that I'm hoping he can have a look at and maybe fix, whereas I don't want to have another go at that because I didn't get anywhere. With the hour or so that I do have here today, I may as well get myself changed into some damp clothes and save myself from getting really horribly grotty.
Well, here we go again with another voiceover section, this time because the microphone stopped working. And here I am talking about this silver Rover 25 with the bonnet open here. Last week, wouldn't start. Then I discovered that, well, I found out, I was told that Neil happened to pull out the 20 amp fuse for the immobilizer. So maybe that's got something to do with it not starting. I reckon it probably has. So here we go, 20 amp fuse being put back in, and then go into the car and try and start it. I promise you, this voiceover won't last that much longer, but it doesn't start. No, there's another problem now.
The immobilizer seems to have activated itself on this one. Right, that needs the old P scan on it by the looks of it then. Yes, at last, a success. It starts. That key fob, it wasn't making a very good contact on the buttons. Brilliant. Gosh, I'm relieved by that. I get so bogged down by stuff that doesn't work. And then what often happens is one thing doesn't work, and whilst I sort one thing out, something else then decides that doesn't want to work. And it's just an endless cycle of stuff not really happening. And whilst it is mostly entirely my fault, I don't think it's entirely my fault. Good news then, the day is actually starting. Carl's arrived in his brought the Golf around so he can take a good look at that turbo boost thing, he's probably going to find that it's absolutely buggered and it needs a lot of money spent on it. And Tom is here as well, of course. Here he is, soldering up some bits of things to solder up. So Rick basically wants to put the high pressure fuel pump inside the tank today, and then possibly this new steering wheel that he's got.
You're right, pricky.
Then ideally I wanted to try and get something done with this car and its seat issue. Yeah, the seat issue, meaning that you can't really carry passengers in the back, stops it from being that practical a car for families, for example, of which I have one. So I need to do something about this, probably today actually. Well, I don't know what you was talking about, but it was certainly fun. That's the new steering wheel for Peter Torville, with the gear switches on there, the sequential up and down gear thingies. They look like frog eyes, don't they? Right, Carl's managed to do the boost pipe, and he's going to tackle the door lock problem because he said it'll be easy. And in the meantime, little Tommy Turbo's gone missing, so I've got to have a little hunt around, make sure he hasn't slipped and done himself an injury somewhere. There he is. Right, okay, back in the Golf, Carl here is filming and he's just sorted out the boost pipe, and we're just going to give it a quick test to see if it's any good or not. Although ideally what we really need to do is warm it up. There's a lot of noise though, isn't there?
Yeah, it's still got a boost loop back there.
That's what I thought. We should just be able to third gear, just give it a quick shove.
Oh yeah, it's got a big boost loop.
It's not as quick as it should be, is it?
No, definitely not.
No. There's a bit of a clonk on the front as well, can you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
What do you reckon it is?
Sounds like it had to be a top mount on this or a ball joint. Probably drop link as well though. Won't write that out.
Yeah. Oh, it's a bit busy down here, isn't it? Perhaps I've gone the wrong way after all. Duke, but made it even more ugly. And that's some talent there. Are we recording?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's
get your insight on the.
That's why I actually want to do a proper review of it. Let's give it a proper boost, shall we? Up the Isaac Newton way. Where are you waving at there?
Very small kit.
I mean, it's not slow, is it? But it's.
No, it's not quite got that hook that it should have though, especially with the PD engine.
It should be struggling for grip as well by now. Ooh. That smoke's not as bad now, actually.
No, it's definitely cleared up.
Yeah.
What you want in a race?
He's not going to get one from me.
By traffic anyway.
Yeah, no, that's not too bad. When you're gunning it, you can accept a bit of smoke, can't you?
Yeah, definitely.
It's just when you're not. That's the bit I don't like. Time to go home in my Dick-a-Dum-Dum look-alike. What's quicker, this or that Golf? Do you know what? There's not that much in it really. The Golf does seem to be suffering with a boost leak as well. Now that Carl has very cleverly put the thing back together so it's not going to come off again, but you can hear it hissing from somewhere else, and it's quite punchy, but it's not got the get up and go that it really should have. This one with the Chaz Lee This one with the Chaz Lee ECU bunged in it will go very nicely indeed, and that will be definitely happening on a video quite soon. In between all the jobs that Carl and Tom have been doing today, I've bolted down this seat and put a couple of bits of trim back in place, but only slightly. There are still some bits hanging around, some bits of loose cables, and the rear seat is going to take a bit of fettling. Oh yes, if I can make the rear seat fit, even though it's from the wrong car, I will be entirely happy. But that is probably going to be it for today, and it's rather short update. So bye bye, and thank you for watching. And as always, thank you to everyone who actually needs thanking, such as people who've watched, liked, shared, commented, and become channel members. Very, very much appreciated.